Hello Capricorn, welcome to your weekly love reading for the week of October 25th through October 31st, 2021. I will go ahead and pull a card for each day per usual and also include some romance angel messages at the very end. So let's go ahead and get started. I already shuffled a little bit, but I'm gonna shuffle a little bit more. Officially in Scorpio season this week. So that moves your sun from, let's see, 11th house. Yes, 11th house, Sagittarius, 12th house. Yep. So the sun is officially in your 11th house of Aquarius. So house of friendships, house of being a little bit more extroverted. You could have been pretty busy at work or focused with responsibilities more than usual the last couple of weeks that we're now in a nice little break with the sun being in the 11th house. You could be catching up with an old friend or just chit-chatting more, giving yourself a little break, just kind of taking it easy. It's a nice house to be in. So let's see what we have for you this week, however, in love. So let's get started. For Monday, we have, nice, look at that, the Emperor. Major Arcana card here. You could be dealing with an Aries, you don't have to be, but the Emperor does talk about being the boss, being the leader, taking initiative of something, feeling very powerful, on top of your game, fast energy, motivation, leadership skills, boss energy. Somebody here that's innovative, somebody here that's action oriented, like somebody here is very confident and sure of themselves and in control. Beautiful. Starting off the week very strong. For Tuesday, we have the Page of Swords in the upright. Page of Swords in the upright can talk about stalking for some. Okay, it could be interpreted here. Somebody here could just simply be like looking at your profile, or just kind of like, having their eye on you, or this could be the other way around. Maybe this is you. I must say, however, with all my readings, that this reading will not resonate with everyone, that it's just impossible. So just take what does, drop what doesn't, or maybe a future reading will be for you. But this is for someone out there for sure. The Page of Swords talks about being nosy or being very, very attentive to detail, to anything that someone could pick up on someone or a situation here. Somebody here could be looking at your profile, like I said, or just kind of keeping their eye on you. Somebody here is curious. Somebody here has questions. Somebody here wants to get to know someone. Somebody here could be a little bit chatty, striking up a conversation. Very curious energy for sure. For Wednesday, we have the Four of Wands reverse. So the Four of Wands reverse talks about not being aligned with your partner, a separation for some, for others, some disagreements, arguments, not a happy home, happy marriage. Marriage could be tested maybe for some of you. Not sure if this is the person for you anymore, or if there's someone new you don't see yourself being long term with, vice versa. Four of Wands talks about, an imbalancement here with a partner that you've been committed to for a while. It's not someone new. Sometimes it's just not even a breakup, it's just like some difficulty in a marriage, in a relationship, some set of celebrations where like arguing or bumping heads or whatnot. That can also be a way of interpreting this card as well in a reading. At least for me, I like to read very intuitively. So let's see what else we have. For Thursday, the Hermit Reverse. So another major arcana card here, another big week, but it's in reverse. So the Hermit card reverse, you could be dealing with a Virgo, you don't have to be, but normally it talks about soul searching and going within and being very silent and just trying to look for the answers yourself on something, and just being very private and kind of solitude mode. But when it's reversed, it talks about, we did that already, we want to come out now. On a low vibration, this is talking about someone not wanting to be aligned in their path. They're like not really listening to their soul. They're not really listening to their intuition and the callings and the signs to go a certain path. They're like derailing into another path. But for the most part, I feel like the Hermit Reverse talks about ready to come out from solitude, ready to come out after some introspection, some time alone, some time of really going within and trying to self study. So I feel like somebody here is like ready to come out and break some silence, or maybe they've just been to themselves and they're just ready to kind of like mingle a little bit, right? 11th house things just come out and be a little bit extroverted. For Friday, we have the Six of Swords reverse. Six of Swords talks about going back. It could be movement, visiting someone, right? A neighborhood, a person, or thoughts of it. So if it's not actual movement, you're thinking about doing it, or you're just playing it in your head, or somebody here is, but there's thoughts of the past and moving or visiting somewhere here with someone. All right, I said someone here, somewhere here with someone. All right, so for Saturday we have, wait, 1 2 3 4, yeah, Saturday, 9 of Swords reverse. So 9 of Swords reverse is nice because it talks about we're no longer being anxious, being mentally exhausted, having a lot of things on our mind that keeps us up at night or just keeps us bothered throughout the day, distracted, anxiety, just all of that is being eliminated here, or we're coming out of that here, because the 9 of Swords reverse talks about release and release of mental, mental issues here, like just going through a lot of problems, or just you living in your head, or being anxious or depressed about something, stressed, right? We're releasing that. So that's beautiful to see. I do like to see that by the weekend we're releasing some stress here and not worrying too much, kind of like, taking it easy. For Sunday, we have the 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords could talk about a little surprise. Sometimes a surprise is not always the best surprise you want to receive, but sometimes it's not bad, so it all depends. But I do feel that this is an energy of secrecy. Okay, somebody here is not being completely honest. Somebody here is not completely clean about something. They're like missing some detail, or just like not saying the complete truth. Somebody here has more to say, more to show, more to prove. Somebody here is, I would take my time to get to know them truly, and maybe do some research, do some Page of Swords, a little stalking, a little, see what's going on. Because the 7 of Swords, I feel like somebody here, maybe somebody here already did like their research and they're stalking on you, and then they're not being completely honest with you about something, because maybe they know something about you that they feel not comfortable to say about themselves. Maybe they look at you as being someone like, top tier, and they don't want to be completely honest because maybe you won't talk to them or something like that. That's for some of you. That's not for all of you out there. For others of you, this is just somebody here that there's not a lot being said here. It's only half a story, so I would just be a little careful. Somebody wants to be sneaky, somebody wants to get away with something here for whatever reason. So just do your investigation, take your time when it comes down to your love life here this week, because I feel like somebody here is a poser. Somebody's not necessarily being exactly who they're trying to come off as. Okay, I don't feel like horrible energy. I just feel very sneaky, like they don't need to know the whole truth right now, like and I don't think so, and I don't think you're gonna tolerate it. You're very much in boss energy. You have a lot going on for yourself, and maybe they're seeing that and they're feeling maybe a little intimidated. If they say everything right away about themselves, you might be disappointed, or they might turn you off or something like that. But regardless, I don't think you're gonna be phased. I think you're ready to just tackle whatever it is that you need to tackle in your love life here. But somebody is curious about you, but they're not being honest. Bottom of the deck, what you don't see coming is the Queen of Swords. Okay, so what you don't see coming is some truth, and what you also don't see coming is someone here being very firm, setting boundaries, not taking any BS, and letting it be known loud and clear, not stuttering. Like somebody here is setting the tone. Okay, and I feel like this is you strongly. I feel that you're setting things straight. I think you're picking up on something not being you know, right and with this person or whatnot. I think you're really speaking your mind, and no BS zone type of energy I get with the Queen of Swords. This is someone that's thinking more logical, factual, and then letting their emotions get to them or whatnot. There's somebody here that's like, listen, come to me clean and clear and honestly, or don't come to me at all, right? So somebody here is like finding out the truth, being truthful, being honest, and setting the tone here. And then there's the Nine of Wands. There's a bit of hesitation. They might be like, wow, that was a bit harsh, or that was a lot to take in. I'm a little bit thrown back. I'm a little bit exhausted here. They may be like, oh, I don't know, you really probably went at them, but in a way where you didn't have to like lose your class. You just kind of went very cold on them and very to the point and rigid, and they were probably like, yikes, that was a lot or whatnot. This could also maybe be you, like, okay, I'm not taking any more BS. I've been beat up and wounded and whatnot, and I'm still standing. I've had enough, and these are the rules. So, come correct or don't come at all. So this could be either or. Queen of Pentacles usually gives me like a solitude type of energy, a little bit of loneliness, but somebody that has their things together, okay, has her life together, has a lot to offer. You see that Pentacle, she's a queen, like she has a lot of value, and she's somebody that can handle everything from responsibilities at work to home to her own personal life. I mean, she does it all, very beneficial, brings a lot to the table. So sometimes that's very hard to match nowadays, like you have a lot and you can't just settle with anybody, and I think people know that. And so sometimes that calls for some alone time, because you can't just get up and date anybody. There's a lot that you have to offer and you expect in return, as you should. So there might not be a beginning right now. There might be a bit of reflection here, or kind of reviewing things still from the past, because I don't think there's anybody that is worth your time right now, and I think you know that and you see that. I think you're trying to move on. If you are in a relationship or in a situation where it's a bit messy or whatnot. So let's see what the Romance Angels has for you. Give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. And then we have wedding. Beautiful. This situation involves marriage, okay? So maybe some of you, it's a work in progress with your partner if things are not being well. I feel like your partner is feeling a little bit insecure, and they need some strength to be built up, okay? Somebody here is a bit immature and just kind of, you may have a lot of expectations of them and have it, have your shit together, but they may not, or they may struggle with it, or they just, feel like they're not up to par or whatnot. Maybe you just have a high expectation for a partner here, and there's nothing wrong with that, because it's going to be your partner, so of course. But give somebody a chance if they're a little intimidated and maybe weren't completely honest, depending on what that is and how severe this is, right? Give them a chance to come clean and to kind of like shake that off. If you feel like they're not worth it, or you're just simply not interested, and of course not, don't do that. But this is for those that do want to work it out, or that do want love or whatever, because I feel like wedding is near, and meaning commitment and things being fixable with the person. If you still want this, of course, I think it will be getting to that point. But if not, and I think you're completely single, I think that it's only a matter of a time before you have a chance to meet someone, because these are very strong cards here with the give your relationship a chance and wedding. It's like somebody here wants to come in, maybe even from the past, but somebody here wants to come in and talk to you and maybe rekindle something, or see how you've been or whatnot. And you might give us a second thought to it, but I think you should take everything one day at a time and see how things play out. But I feel like regardless, it's going to be beneficial for you. Just be a little bit more lenient with those that are pursuing you, because it's a lot to handle. I feel like sometimes some people get really nervous or feel like low in confidence and need a moment. But this is if you're really like single and dating. But if you're in a relationship, I feel like there needs a lot of conversations to be done here with their partner, because there's certain things that they're not saying, maybe even about how they're feeling or whatnot, that needs to come clean. I feel certain things from the past need to be addressed, right? So that we can get to this wedding type of energy. So that is all I have for you, Capricorn. If this helped you in any way, shape, or form, please hit that like button and or subscribe. If not, hopefully I'll see you in a future reading. But until then, bye for now.